Hey guys, real quick, I had wanted to actually uh do a share a Photoshop tutorial with you guys real quick. It's a basic Photoshop. Um so basically what I'll be doing is I'll be creating a real quick, I'll be creating a a sticker, a all over sticker for or we got my sides here for a custom candle. It will be a memorial sticker I will be creating for a custom candle. So I'm gonna show you guys the basic of how to create a memorial sticker real quick. So okay, so I picked my size. If you guys didn't see the size, I picked my size. My size is um I'm at 11 by 8.5. 11th in width and 8.5 in height. Um, will I be printing that full size? May or may not, but that's the size I'm going to go with because that's the size my sticker paper is. So now let's go ahead and bring in a background. Let me see. I have so much stuff on my computer, guys. Let's see which background I want to choose. Um, this is going to be a quick tutorial. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. We just want to stretch it out to the full size of the the sheet of paper to fill the sheet of paper, and then we hit the check to take the excess away. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one, and let's bring in. We're going to bring in some doves. I like this one here, so we're going to bring him or her, whatever you want to call it, in. So we're just going to bring in some doves. Maybe we could place one there. And then we're going to hover over the dove, press the command, and then guys. Okay, for whatever reason, my dove doesn't want to duplicate. So we just want to make sure the dove layer is highlighted, and we're going to hit Command C for MacBook, and then we're going to hit Command V to copy and paste it. For whatever reason, it didn't want to highlight. When it's another way you can do it, but for whatever reason, it's not working, guys. So, okay, so we're going to put this one, I think we're going to put him here, but we're going to flip him horizontally. So we're going to go to edit, and then we're going to go to transform, and then we're going to go flip horizontally and see how he flipped around. So we want him flipped horizontally. And I think we're just going to do two doves. Yeah, two doves. Now let's bring in a cloud. Search for a cloud. This is the one I want to use. We're going to place it. Okay, we're going to grab the ends. We're going to hover our mouse over the ends and drag it by holding it down. And we're just going to move this cloud so I can position it the way I want it. And always hit the check when you are done. We're going to move this down a little bit. Now we're going to double click the cloud layer because the occupancy, we want to turn it down a little bit. I don't want the cloud too dark. And then we hit OK. That's good right there. That's good. Okay, so next we're going to bring in our person. Just go to my brother because I am making this in memory of my brother. I have a folder with all of his pictures in it, as you can see. I'm going to take that one. That's the one I want. And I'm going to place it in there. And we're going to just bring him down a little bit. Not going to have him too tall. I want him about here. So, okay, now that I sized him the way I want him behind the cloud. So the layer is already clicked, but we're going to click, hold the mouse down, and drag the layer behind. And see how it puts him behind the cloud? Now that I have him positioned in there, we are going to add another box so that we can, I'm going to zoom in. How I zoom in, I take both fingers on my mouse pad because I'm on a MacBook and I space them out, drag them across in different directions apart from each other. So I want to, I'm going to turn the cloud off so I can show y'all what I'm trying to do because you can hide the cloud, bring it back. I want to get these straight edges off. So what I'm going to do is click on the layer. The layer is highlighted. I'm going to add a box. The box is added. So what I'm going to do is over here, white is revealed, black is hide. So I want to hide these edges. I don't want to reveal them. So I'm going to hit that button here to switch foreground and background color. But we want it on a black because I'm going to go up here and I'm going to get a brush and I'm going to go up here to make sure my soft brush is chosen. And then I want to make my brush at least 800 pixels. So 800. See how big that brush is? Because when I fade out these edges, I want them to be faded out and not a hard fade. Because if your brush is smaller, you'll get a hard fade. If your brush is bigger, you get see how it's blending in? See? And it doesn't really have to be this big, but I wanted it that big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Let's go about 600. Maybe we can go a little smaller. 5. Just mess with it, guys. And I'm going to switch this because I want to bring his legs back in some. So I'm going to start from this area and go down. See how it's bringing his legs back some? See? So that's how you use the brush. And I'm going to hit the move tool because I'm done with the brush. If you don't hit the move tool and you go and click on something else, it's going to fade it out, or the brush will continue to, because I got it on reveal, it will reveal something, but we don't have nothing faded out. No other parts faded out in the picture. So now that I'm finished with that, I want to bring my cloud back. And then I'm going to zoom back in. Back out. So that's how I went there. So now that I have him positioned in there, I'm going to double click my cloud to bring up the layer style. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the cloud a little darker now that I have him in there. Cool. So now we have our two doves. And we have our layer style. So now we're going to add a picture of him in the background. So I'm going to go here, place embedded. My folder should already be open because I was already in there. So let's take this one here Place it in there. Now this is going to be him in the background. So we're going to adjust it. We don't want it so big, first and foremost. And it's going to go here. So we're going to adjust it a little bit more. And then we're going to hit our check or the move tool, either or. So now we're going to, the layer is already highlighted. He's going to go behind him. See how I put him behind him? Drag the layer down to behind his other picture. So I have these hard edges. So again, we are going to add another circle. Make sure that that square is highlighted. And we're going to hide. So remember, whites reveal black. Hide, we're going to switch to foreground. Grab our brush. Our brush is at 500. I think I'm going to go a little bit lower. So let's go to 400. And then we're just going to soften up these edges. Don't want no hard edges. And soften up these edges. I hate that his head is so close because we don't want to fade his head out so much. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch it to the white and go as close as we can to bring his face in. Okay. So now that we have that, we're going to hit the move tool to get rid of the brush. We're on the layer that we want. We're going to double click the layer and we're going to fade the picture in the background out. Okay. So I want to move this dub up. Anytime you want to move something, make sure whatever you're clicking on, make sure that layer is highlight, or you can go over here and highlight the layer. Or you can right click the layer and hit dub and it'll take you to that layer. As you can see. Let me do with the other one. Right click, dub, and it takes me right to that layer. And Command T gives you the dots, the box with the white dots where you can stretch it out and everything. Command T gives you that on a Mac. I'm not sure on a HP what buttons you would have to push. So that's that. So now we are going to I want to add another picture. I'm going to add a picture here in a circle. So we want to add a picture in a circle. So we want to hit the ellipse tool. And we're going to make our circle. How I made that circle, we put the tool, the pointer where we want it at on the screen, and we drag down and over. Now you can, and I'm going to hit the move tool to get off of that. Now I'm on that layer. So I'm going to hit Command T. So I can make the circle as big as I want, and I can move it. And we're probably going to do a white background. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so now I'm going to go to File, Place Embedded, and I'm going to look for the picture I want to put in there. And I think it's going to be this one with him and his two kids. So of course, we're going to size this down. And we're going to put this over this. Now, what we're going to do is we have these two right over top of each other because we're going to merge the layers. We're going to create a clipping mask. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to create a clipping mask for the layers. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click this, create clipping mask. You see how that picture went right into the circle? I'm going to redo that. Let me redo that. Delete. I'm going to delete that layer so I can show you guys. I have the layer highlighted. I have the picture over the circle, which is over top of the layers. The two layers are on top of each other. The picture is on top of the circle. And I have it this way on the canvas. We're going to right click, go down to create clipping mask. And there you go. Your picture is inside your circle. So now we are going to Command T and stretch that picture out so that the circle will be covered. And that's how you do a clipping mask with a picture inside the circle, guys. So now that we have that, I want to merge these two layers together. So when I move it, both the circle and the picture will move, because right now, if I just move it, the picture will move by itself. So we're going to create a clipping mask so that when I move it, both the picture and the layer, the picture and the circle will move. So you got the first layer, the picture layer, and then you hold the command button and then you right click the ellipse layer. And then you right click both of them. And we're going to go to link layers. So now, if I do Command T, it's going to move both layers instead of just one. And I can also resize it as well. So I think I want to put another dove. So we want to go to the dove. I'm going to hit Command C and then Command V. Where is my other dove? Let's find out. Oh, it's behind him. Okay. And here's our other dove. So we're going to flip it. So we go to Edit, Transform, Flip horizontally. Yep. And that's what we do. And then you hit the move or the check. I'm going to hit the move so that you guys can see. So, yeah, that's how we do it. So let's get some wording in here. I think I want to move him up a little bit. Yeah. And this one, the one in the background, I want to move that up a little bit. Okay, so now let's get some wording in here. Let's hit the move tool so that we can not be moving anymore, but we're going to get some font in here. So our font, if you click on it, you have horizontally and then you have vertical. We want to go horizontally. So we're going to hit the horizontally and we're going to put, oh wow, my font is so big. Sunset and hit the check. We're going to highlight it because I want it black. And there you have it. So now we're going to highlight it again. Command T. Bring it down. Bring it down. I want to size it. And we're going to hit the check. Now we want it to be in front of everything. So we're going to drag it upward so that it will be in front of everything. So we're going to drag it up because we want it in front of the white cloud. Bam. Now it's in front of the white cloud. So now let's position it. It's highlighted, Command T. And let's position it. Actually, it should be on the other side because it's sunset. So Command C, we're going to put it over here because do sunrise, sunset. Okay. So now we're going to add our word and click the font. Our letter. Sunset is 7/3/15. Check. Command T. We're going to bring it down. And there you have it, sunset. Okay, now sunrise. Sunrise. Command C, size it. Now I want to make sure these are even out. So I'm going to hit the check, then I'm going to zoom in. So I'm on the sunrise. Command C. I want to make sure, see how the lines are lining up, or you can measure it with your the sizing. But I just do it this way. And then we're going to hit the move tool. Now the sunrise is, we're going to hit the font, click anywhere. Sunrise is 222.89. And we're going to hit the move tool, Command C. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom out. We want to bring that down. Okay. Sunrise, sunset. There you have it. Something simple, something quick. Now, if we want to do like let's say we want to do like a gold color stroke or background behind sunrise, we'll go click that layer, double click, hit stroke, double click that layer, hit color. Now we could take our dropper and hover it over the canvas. So whatever color stroke you want, you can hover it over the canvas. So we're going to do the gold off the railing. We're going to hit the gold. The stroke is too thick, but we're going to hit OK. And then we're going to bring our stroke down a little. Right here, this will make it thicker. And this will bring it down. Slide it left, bring it down. Slide it right, makes it thicker. And then we're going to hit OK. Then we're going to do the same thing for sunset. Click that layer, double click, hit stroke. It will already apply because we already did it. See how it automatically applied? And just hit OK to keep it that way. And we could do the same thing for the numbers. Stroke, OK. Stroke, OK. So now let's do like a drop shadow behind it. We're going to go to sunrise. I want y'all to be able to see. We're going to do like a drop shadow. So we're going to go to drop shadow, click that. It's actually over here. We're going to double click that layer because we want to bring that down some. The distance. We don't want the distance the distance moves it up, moves it down. We don't want it too far. And then you hit the sizing to get it in there right so you could actually see the wording. And then this will occupancy, make it dark, light. We're going to make it about 73%. And then you hit OK. And it apply. So now we're going to do the same thing for sunset. We want to do the sizing, bring the sizing down so that we can understand it. And then the distance, we're going to bring it up. I actually like this one a little better. What's that, 3821? And then we're going to hit OK. We're going to redo that one because I like that 3821. So you hit that. And you can click the number. The distance is 38. And then it was 21. And then we hit OK. The occupancy is off, so it's 100% okay. So let's make sure it's matching. Wait, it is 100%. I don't know. Nope, it's not 100%. And there you have it. So we're going to do the same thing for the numbers. Drop shadow. 37. 21. This was 0. Occupancy 100%. Apply. I don't like it behind the numbers. We want to take that off. You can just hide it right here. I like it behind the sunrise, sunset. Okay. So, I mean, this is just a basic template I showed you guys in Photoshop real quick. You can add your wording in Love and Memory. Let's do in Love and Memory. We're going to do font. We're going to do in loving. We're going to do in loving first. Check. Command T to bring it down in size. I'm going to bring it down in size. Okay. So we're going to hit the check. And then we are going, because we want to give it a little bend. So we're going to highlight, double click the font on the canvas. Go up here to the T with the curve, hit bend, hit that, and we wanted to have an arch. So now we have an arch. So now you could, bring it in, take it out as much as you want, the distance you want. If you want it to be small and big, you can do it that way. If you want it to be like going towards the back or towards the front, you can do it that way. So I want this to be 0, and we are going to do it like that. And then you hit OK. Always hit OK to apply it, and then hit the check. Now we're going to position this where I want it to. So we want to hit the Command T because the layer is already highlighted. And we're just going to position this to how we want it. I'm going to move this over. Let's highlight the layer with his picture, Command T, so we can move that down a little bit, the picture of him and his children. Okay. And loving, and then now let's add memory. Hit the move, and then hit the font. Command T, we're going to bring it down in the size. Now you notice how it's behind how it came in behind the images. So we're going to hit the check, and we're just going to drag, that layer is already highlighted. So we're just going to drag it up to the top. Right there. Bam, it brings it to the front. So now we're going to hit Command T. And we're just going to size it to the way we want it. I'm sorry, guys. And I think that's how I want it. Just to show you guys. And that's it. And we're going to move the picture in the back down a little bit. We're going to highlight that layer, Command T. Let's move it down. And maybe we can move In Love and Memory up some. We can move him down. And then it's just all about positioning your layers once you've done that. It's all about positioning your layers. And then we're going to take the memory and move it up. Make sure it's highlighted. Move it up. I think I want to make that layer a little smaller. It's just all about positioning. So now I want to give the In Love and Memory a stroke, like how I gave the sunrise and sunset. We're not going to do an offset. I mean a drop shadow, but we're going to give it a stroke. So we double click the layer and hit stroke, and it's going to automatically apply because we already used it and we just hit OK. We already had it set. So once you use it, it sometimes automatically sets. So then we want to hit memory, stroke, OK. And that's just a basic, I want to make the cloud a little darker. That's just a basic In Memory canvas, guys. We got our little doves in there. Let's move this dove down. We got our doves in there. We got our picture in the background, faded out. I showed you guys how to fade the picture out. We got our little circle picture over here with him and his children. Yeah, guys, that's just pretty much it. It just takes some getting used to with Photoshop, but once you get used to it, this is just a basic, simple design. You can put on, like I said, I was making it for a candle with sticker paper, so I'm going to print it out and put it around the candle. But this is just a basic design for Photoshop, just to give you something, you guys who are beginners, just the basics of how to use Photoshop with the eclipse and the layer clipping mask and things like that, how to bend the font. Real quick, I can show you guys how to change the different fonts. So you would just basically, let's say sunrise down here, guys. So you would basically highlight the layer and then you would go here and then you could change the font. See, sunrise. And I think I actually like that one better. So maybe I might do the Mountain of Comics. I'm sorry. So, all right. So we're going to do that. I'm sorry. Cancel. We don't want to do any changes. Click that layer. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that design better. Better than Beyond the Mountains. No, I don't like that one. Let's go back to Beyond the Mountains for the numbers. But In Love and Memory. Let's see. Oh yeah, I kinda like, let me see, let me move it down. Nah, I like the other one. We won't go back to the other one. Beyond the Mountains, and we gotta move it back over. But guys, that's just to give you an idea, a basic of how to use Photoshop. And that's pretty much it. This is just the basics on how to use it. If you make a mistake, you can go to your history and delete that mistake. You have your layers here, your colors here, your brushes, the different types of brushes. Like if you wanted to put a splatter or something in the background, you would have to purchase your different types of brushes. But there is some brushes that come with the software, but I had purchased most of my brushes. And that's pretty much it in love and memory. And then you have his kids, and that's just the basics of Photoshop for beginners. Something quick, something easy to put together. You just have your background, your pictures, and you put it in. It's just learning how to work these different um icons. A lot of people get intimidated, and it's just learning where to go and how to click and what to click on to add the strokes and things of that nature, to drop shadow and the background, how to fade it out the picture to fade it into the background, the capacity to 100 to 0. It's just a matter of messing with it and learning it. And you can also, there are classes out there that you can take that will help you to learn Photoshop, but it's just a matter of messing with it on your own leisure time. I would say take 20, 30 minutes out of your day and just mess with it. Cause when I first got Photoshop, I was like, oh no, all this stuff up here. But after like every day and being consistent and dedicated to it, I would mess with it for at least 30 minutes to an hour every day. And I learned it, and I'm still learning it because there's still a lot of stuff over here that I don't know how to use. So, but that's just the basics. You got your doves. If you have any questions, hit me up, like, subscribe, comment, share this video with people. Follow me, join my Facebook group, Rose Creations, Sublimation Blanks, and More Creations with a K. Follow me on Instagram, rose.creations, creations with a K, Reations. Your girl is here to help. If you have any questions, I am definitely available. But that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Like I said, like, subscribe, follow, share. Thank you.